Okay, in this video, I'm going to tell you where I'm working and what I'm doing after my finals, because I haven't really told you guys any of that stuff, and I feel as though I owe it to you, because you guys are asking, and because you're watching this channel. So, here we go. So I am working at Techstars, which is the world's largest startup accelerator. And so what they do is people apply to be a part of their program. About 1,000 people apply. They take 1%, so 10 startups typically take part in their program. It's a 3-month program. What they do is they take you from being a very basic company. Sometimes you're just a very small idea that's got a very small amount of traction, i.e. customers, and then they make you a pretty established company that you then pitch to hundreds of investors in something called Demo Day at the end of the 3 months. It's extremely intense and it's extremely educational in teaching you how to build a company, not just once over, but 10 times over. I'm part of the Barclays Accelerator for Financial Technology, so I am offering my marketing, media, YouTube skills and also just general wisdom on how to build a company. And also, I'm primarily there to learn how to build a company and also learn more of the techie side of things. So I'm currently doing some programming on the side, starting off with HTML and CSS, probably going to be moving on to Java. Code Academy, that's what I'm on. If anyone's got any opinions, whether that's good or bad, or are there any alternatives, please do comment down there. So that is what I am doing. And the reason I took so long in telling you guys what it is I'm doing is because I only really just figured this out. So this is now where I talk about failures. I have failed so many times in all the things that I've applied for, and I want you guys to know this, because people do fail. No matter how perfect they present themselves, they do fail in life, and I'm not sure how I've actually presented myself on this channel, but we're going to talk about my failures, and then we're going to talk about where I am now and what I'm hoping to do in the future, because that's important and you guys might be interested. So my original plan from the 3rd week of going to university was to do something called the Daiwa Scholarship, which is a 19-month scholarship program where you go to Japan and you intensively learn Japanese, and then you do a work placement, and then you do a family stay for a month. And I have always wanted to learn Japanese, and I thought this would be the most efficient way and also most cost-effective way, because I wouldn't be able to fund learning Japanese because I'd need a job and need money. And so I had my eyes set on this and my heart set on this for ages. I didn't get it. I got rejected in January of this year for the program, which is quite unfortunate because I'd been tailoring my application to this really specific program for about 2 years, and it turns out I didn't have what they were looking for, which was bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was let down, and I was very, very confused as to what it is that I wanted to do. In fact, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna found my own scholarship. I'm gonna like ask loads of people that I know and see if they're investing in me, and then, yeah, it didn't really work out. So then I was like, well, could work at Google, I guess. I could apply for Google again. I've done that before. And I was like, well, I don't really want to work for Google right now, because I would get a very, very narrow insight into kind of what it is to build a business and kind of experience in marketing, but it would be very narrow, and also it's slightly corporate. There's loads of hierarchy, even in a company like Google, where if you want to do something, you have to ask your boss, who else does, their boss, who else does, their boss, who else does, their boss. And then if you want to actually know what is the right thing to do, you have to wait until you get it from the head, which is it's a much slower way of learning. In my panic as well, I applied for internships over the summer to go to Tokyo to work for Sony in the CEO's office, and then also to work in their marketing department on the 4K projectors that they have. I didn't get that either, so that's 2 more fails to add on to the first fail, so at the moment we're on 3 fails. Then I went to a fair at the Side Business School for this entrepreneur weekend where loads of people were chatting, and I discovered this company called Techstars, and I looked them up, and they were basically everything I've ever wanted from a company at this moment in time in my life. I want to found my own company. I want to make stuff, and I want to share it with people, and for it to benefit their lives, and for that to be how I earn my living, because that for me would be a really meaningful life, which is partly why I founded this channel, because I wanted to help people from whatever background succeed and aspire to go to the top universities. And I do this purely for the love of contributing that back to society, because I feel as though that would be helpful. So that is what I want to do with my life. And Techstars, with its acceleration program, the fact that you get to learn the ins and outs of how to build a company, and it's ridiculously flexible in terms of what it is that we bring to the table, and what you are allowed to learn. I want to do it. Plus, there's a twist. Disney. I had my eyes set on the Disney program. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Disney program. I got the London program, which is the Barclays Accelerator. And I'm actually really happy that this is how it's worked out. So at the moment, I'm actually helping build 12 companies that are participating in the Barclays Accelerator for the next 3 months. It will end in September, and I am an associate. So my role is to provide the extra muscle. So any tasks that the startups need help with, whether it be developing a marketing plan, helping them take minutes for the CEO, or like helping them with rebranding, or whether it be scripting promotional videos that they want to make and using these video skills that apparently I have. It's a huge task and huge variety in what it is you can learn, and it's completely up to us what tasks we take on. So that is what I'm currently doing, and I'm getting a huge insight into the financial world, and also I'm meeting some fantastically interesting people. For instance, I met a guy on Friday and he just like blew my mind. He's so cool and so amazing and so smart. The reason I'm sharing all this with you is to let you know that my 4 fails, adding on the Disney one, so what? Like, people always fail in life, and then you always figure out the next thing that you want to do. And I'm actually thinking if I hadn't failed in the first few instances, I wouldn't be where I am now. And though I may be synthesizing this happiness, I really love what it is that I am doing now, and I am learning so much. Every single day my mind is just completely blown by all the new information that I've gathered about what it is to be in the business world, how to grow a company, these insights into finance that I just had no idea about beforehand. There's this worry that when you graduate you need to have this really well laid out plan as to what it is that you want to do in life, but the thing is you don't. You just need to have a small idea as to what your next step might be. Try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, then that's just helped you make the decision for the next step that you want to take. Like, me not getting the scholarship helped me make the next decision that, you know what I really want to do is learn how to build a company from the ground up. Hey, let's look into that. So now we've covered failures and how that helps and how it's fine to fail and how I failed so much in all of the plans that I actually wanted to do so much, and now I've ended up being in an environment that I also really like. How do you figure out which area do you want to go into? My advice, talk to people. Talk to people who are older than you, have done more things than you, and just ask them. Ask them for like, what did you do when you were 21? What would you do if you were me now and you have this background? Where would you go? What would you study? Where would you work? And that's what I'm currently doing, and I'm trying to figure out where I should go next in the world, what I should study next, what company I maybe should work to next, and every single day the plan is getting slightly more refined or it's getting turned on its head. One of the things I do know I want to do is learn Japanese more, because I just want to learn the language, and I also want to learn to code, as I mentioned earlier. So on the bus and on the tube that I have to get every hour, every morning and every hour back, I'm using an app to learn Japanese. And I'm also reading books. Oh my god, I get to read books now. Like leisurely books that I have had in this list that I've been creating for the last 3 years. Again, I'm deviating. I want to refocus again. So no doubt, you're probably at a fork in your life right now. And if you are at that fork in your life, consult people, talk to people, but ultimately, it's your decision. It is your life. You have to decide what it is that you think you're going to get the most joy out of. For instance, I am looking into scholarships, do a master's, potentially in Tokyo, because I feel as though that will allow me to get more experience in the business world, increase my academic prowess, and then also, most importantly, allow me to be in Japan and learn Japanese. Who knows? I might do that. I might not do that. I might get rejected. I don't know. I'm looking into it though, and I'm having fun while I'm doing it. So yeah, that is where I'm currently working. Those are all the failures that are led me up to this particular moment in my time, that I am now really happy that I am here because I am learning. And there is some advice as well if you ever come to a fork in your life, whether to go for left, right, or to turn back, because turning back and doing a UE, that is also acceptable. Leave in the comments any forks in your life that you're currently going through or you've been through, and any advice that we can all help each other figure out, and I will keep you guys updated with what it is I'm doing at work, and I'll also be tweeting about it. I'll probably be making a blog, actually. Do you guys like a blog? I thought I'd start doing that as well as vlogs. I will never stop vlogging. I love talking to you guys. I'm kidding, I just like hearing the sound of my own voice. On that note, see you on Sunday, subscribers.